Hello everyone, I'm back again! And this time I bring you some sizzling news and even more thrilling controversies compared to last week. First, Wonyoung faced criticism for pulling out Prince's attitude again, while JB got tangled in a dispute involving several hot girls. And a shocking truth about Jin's encounter with a female nurse has been revealed. So without further ado, let's get started! Number 1. Wonyoung said to be arrogant towards young fan. Recently, I've just rolled into Madrid, Spain to participate in the epic K-pop Lux and Super SBS concert, alongside famous K-pop groups like SHINee, ENHYPEN, and STAYC. Before the event took place, IVE's members had some personal time to wander around the capital city, and it was no shocker that the presence of these stunning girls, especially the new generation beauty icon Wonyoung, sent people into a wild frenzy at a street corner in Madrid. However, a controversial situation occurred when a young boy suddenly approached and curiously tried to touch Wonyoung's hair. Taken aback, Wonyoung displayed a surprised expression and gently avoided the boy. Unexpectedly, shortly afterward, a bunch of netizens began criticizing the female idol, accusing her of being arrogant and having serious celebrity disease. Specifically, after the video capturing this moment went viral all over Twitter and reached 4 million views, thousands of netizens jumped into heated debates, analyzing the situation in the clip and throwing harsh comments at Wonyoung, saying that she was being unfriendly towards the young boy. They were saying Wonyoung treated that poor boy like he was some contagious disease, or a scary monster who ain't worthy of being near a princess like her. To make things worse, the parents started to jump in too. Loads of moms were calling out Wonyoung, saying she was stone cold to the kid and hurt his feelings, while all the little boy wanted was to say hi, cause he thought she was cute. Interestingly enough, Gaul faced even more criticism when some opinions pointed out that her facial expression when looking at the boy was genuinely scary. Looking at her intimidating gaze, surprising moments reveal one's true behavior. She has never been someone with a gentle nature, people said. Fortunately, there were also a considerable number of netizens who defended the two female idols and carefully analyzed the situation. They believed that Wonyoung must have been startled and had no time for any other reaction. The poor girl was caught off guard. Moreover, the little boy was in fact quite impolite, as he was trying to touch someone without permission. Many comments also agreed that parents should teach their children not to casually approach and touch others without proper manners. Additionally, Wonyoung didn't overreact or do any harm to the boy, like pushing or scolding him. She simply instinctively stepped back. In my personal observation, there have been numerous instances where K-pop idols, especially female idols, have had their privacy violated. Celebrities may make us feel drawn to them, but they are human beings and deserve respect. When visiting a foreign country, especially Wonyoung and IVE in this case, they might still feel unfamiliar and hope to be respected to comfortably work and enjoy themselves. One more thing I want to emphasize is that Wonyoung is not an unfriendly person towards children like many netizens claimed, as there have been moments in the past where she has been incredibly kind and approachable to kids, showing no signs of arrogance or avoidance. Overall, the situation mentioned above is not worthy of such a heated controversy. Number 2. JB accused of flirting with 230,000 different girls. Recently, a news piece titled "GOT7 JB's alleged private messages sent to influencer exposed from Koreaboo" went viral across social media in South Korea. Alongside this post, a series of private messages were allegedly sent proactively by JB GOT7 to a fashion model referred to as A, containing flirtatious content. It's known that this girl is also a sizzling influencer with 70,000 followers on Instagram. Not only that, on the afternoon of July 24th, Wikitree reported that apart from Model A, JB had sent direct messages to around 230,000 female influencers. Interestingly, the majority of them had also posted many provocative photos on their personal accounts. In the series of messages with A, JB showed curiosity about the model's private life. asking things like what she's up to, whether she's frequent at nightclubs, and so on. Specifically, JB suddenly replied to A's story with a D-dip, leaving her unsure of how to respond. It's known that D-dip is a Korean phrase often used to express a desire for something or wanting to receive something from the other person. After A replied with a playful text, 10,000 won for a piece of cake, haha, JB continued the conversation and revealed that he had gone through all of A's stories on her personal Instagram. Notably, the male idol then casually commented, "Seems like you're frequently at clubs, huh? Haha." This comment made both A and netizens view him with less favorable impressions. Given this information and evidence, many netizens didn't seem too surprised. They were like, well, it's JB we're talking about here. He's been known for stuff like this before. Plus, they also said that if someone is a fan of his, they probably already know his favorite sport is messaging hot girls on social media. And the figure of 230,000 is just the tip of the iceberg. The majority of netizens are really discontent with the way the male idol actively messaged and flirted with attractive women, even though he had just broken up with his former girlfriend YouTuber Pure D 5 months ago. Right after this controversy erupted, Model A spoke up and firmly asserted that there was no relationship between her and JB. She also emphasized that they haven't been in contact since that conversation. As for JB, up until now, he hasn't officially spoken up about this. Well, even though we're not sure if this information is accurate, if it is, here's my take on it. First off, JB already broke up with his girlfriend, so him messaging other girls to get to know them isn't morally wrong. Secondly, he might just be trying to make friends with pretty girls. But maybe his way of talking wasn't very refined, which rubs some people the wrong way. However, being a celebrity, I firmly believe that JB should restrain his actions of messaging and flirting with others, because it could tarnish his image in the eyes of fans and lead him into unnecessary troubles. Number 3. The female nurse who approached Jin was found innocent. I'm sure you've all heard about the news that a few months ago, while serving in the military, Jin was approached by a female nurse who was a sasaeng fan of his. She was accused of taking it upon herself to leave her workplace during working hours and go to the 5th Division just to give Jin an unnecessary vaccine shot, which caused him pain. Later, she was summoned for an investigation and became the center of criticism on social media. However, recently, after the investigation into this female nurse concluded, the prosecution announced the suspension of charges and declared her innocent due to lack of evidence. In an interview on June 21st, the nurse stated, "I didn't try to approach Jin, I went there in response to a work assistance request. Each shift required vaccinating 200 to 300 people while the entire 5th Division only has 3 medical officers. So, due to severe staff shortages, I volunteered to help with the work." She also mentioned that she was solely focused on her work and only realized that Jin was there after she was done with her tasks. She said, "I couldn't tell who was Jin because all the soldiers were wearing masks, but someone yelled out in pain and everyone guessed it was Jin." The poor nurse also felt frustrated because the news provider and the journalists intentionally distorted the truth while she herself didn't conceal the fact that she went to support the 5th Division as she had informed the medical board a week before going there, along with a confirmation letter. After this, the female nurse was officially declared innocent. Many netizens felt sorry for her considering the baseless accusations and unjust criticism she had to endure. At the same time, they were outraged by the distortion of truth by certain journalists and individuals for their own gain. It's fortunate that the nurse has been cleared of any wrongdoing and didn't face any regrettable consequences. After this, I believe everyone should double-check any information they hear before jumping to conclusions. Otherwise, it could indirectly harm others. So, do you think Wonyoung really acted arrogantly towards the fanboy like netizens claimed? Is the information about JB true? And what are your thoughts on male idols messaging and flirting with girls?